Hi everyone and welcome to Fresh from My Garden. Today I'm here with another beautiful flower from our garden known as the Crepe Jasmine or the Nandyarvattam. This is a beautiful flowering shrub and it comes in single and double petaled varieties. So we have the double petaled variety growing in a container on our terrace garden, and as you can see there are a lot of new buds and blooms on this plant. It's a flowering plant that blooms almost throughout the year, but mostly during the late summers and during the monsoon season. We have the double petaled variety in our garden growing in a container, and if you have watched a view of my parents' garden, they have the single petaled or the pinwheel crepe jasmine growing alongside the path in the ground at the entrance of their garden. So they have it throughout the pathway, lining the pathway of the garden, and it looks really beautiful with its bright green foliage and white tiny flowers that look like little stars. Ones that we have on our terrace garden are a more fuller looking variety that look like white mini roses, and they are really beautiful with their green beautiful foliage. So now as you can see there are a lot of flowers in bloom on our plant, and these are growing in a container. Now, this has been planted in an 8 to 10-inch container, and it is a small evergreen shrub, so it grows really well and blooms almost throughout the year. This flower is not just beautiful, but it also has a lot of medicinal properties and cures a lot of eye related ailments. Whenever there are small eye related problems like redness or itching, this flower can help cure it without any kind of antibiotics or medicines. So, this flower is very helpful and it also helps to improve the vision and relax the eye muscles and benefit the vision overall. This is a flower that is very commonly used in Ayurvedic treatments of eye related problems. So, whenever we have any kind of itchiness or redness of the eye, we can use this flower to place it on the eye for a few minutes, and that will help to relax the eye muscles and also to get rid of any kind of itchiness or redness that develops in the eye. But always make sure to wash these flowers very thoroughly, but not squeeze them or damage the petals of these flowers. Just make sure to rinse these flowers in a bowl of water to remove any ants or other insects that might be crawling in these flowers, and place them on our eyelids for about 10 to 15 minutes just before bedtime, and this will help a lot in relaxing eye muscles and also to improve our vision. This plant doesn't need too much of care, and as you can see in our garden, it's growing in a very small container, and it can also be grown in the ground, and it's an evergreen shrub, so it doesn't really grow very tall and it doesn't need too much of maintenance except for some occasional pruning. So once the flowers are spent, if we can pinch off those buds or the spent flowers and give them a little bit of pruning, that will help for it to grow well and give us a lot more blooms in the next season. We just feed these plants some occasional fertilizer of banana peels and eggshells that we make at home, or some cow dung manure and bone meal while we are feeding the other flowering plants in the garden. So there is no special fertilizer that we use for these plants, but they really bloom and grow very well. They need at least 5 to 6 hours of direct sunlight, just like many other flowering plants, and with a little bit of occasional fertilizing and regular watering. They can grow really well in containers or in the ground and bloom a lot and give us these beautiful white flowers and these beautiful green foliage that looks really very nice in every garden. And also with its medicinal benefits that helps as a natural cure against a lot of small eye related ailments and problems. This is a real must grow plant in every garden, and it doesn't take up too much of space as it can be easily grown in containers. So I hope you enjoyed a view of this beautiful flowering plant from our garden. This is a commonly grown plant in many homes in Kerala, and it is commonly used as a natural remedy since it has so many medicinal benefits, and it's also really very easy to grow. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with another video on plant care tips and introduction of another plant from our garden. So please do keep watching and please keep supporting and subscribe to our channel for more gardening related videos. Thanks for watching Fresh from my garden.